The Wolf of Wall Street is one of the most influential movies of the 2010s. Its iconic performances and moments continue to resonate in pop culture to this day. The chaotic rise and fall of Jordan Belfort is perfectly captured by lead actor Leonardo DiCaprio and director Martin Scorsese. The film is a wild 3-hour roller coaster ride following Belfort as he transforms from a money-hungry 22-year-old stockbroker into a multimillionaire con man. Despite the acclaim The Wolf of Wall Street has garnered since its release, it has also faced significant criticism. Many argue that the film celebrates Belfort's lifestyle, failing to adequately highlight the true cost of his crimes. It's really hard to ignore this perspective when considering the reactions of some fans who seem to have learned the wrong lessons. A quick look at the real Jordan Belfort's social media accounts reveals numerous followers who idolize him, calling him a legend and singing his praises despite his criminal past. Belfort himself has claimed to have changed since the events depicted in the film. However, his fame and following have undeniably been bolstered by the success of his book, The Wolf of Wall Street, and its cinematic adaptation. This raises important questions. Did The Wolf of Wall Street fail to properly establish Belfort's action as criminal? Why did it not focus more on the victims of his schemes? In my opinion, The Wolf of Wall Street chooses not to focus on the specifics of Belfort's crimes and their victims because that's not what the movie is truly about. And it's not like the movie doesn't properly establish Belfort's actions as wrong. He clarifies multiple times that what he's doing is illegal and that he's trying to take the money out of pockets of regular Americans because, as he says, he knows how to spend it better. But what is The Wolf of Wall Street actually about? The film is a meta-commentary on how American society treats people who have lived lifestyles like Belfort's. Let me ask you a question. Who is the hero of The Wolf of Wall Street? It's definitely not this guy. It's this guy. Now, another question.
What's his name? All the way in the back, yeah.
Oh, very funny.
What's his name?
Unless you're deeply interested in the real life story of Jordan Belfort, you probably have no idea, do you? His name in the movie is Patrick Denham, but in real life his name is Gregory Coleman. I'll refer to him in this video as Agent Coleman. Agent Coleman was the lead FBI investigator against Jordan Belfort in Stratton Oakmont. His efforts to build a criminal case against Belfort ultimately led to Belfort's arrest in 1998. In my opinion, the best scene in The Wolf of Wall Street is the yacht scene, where Belfort tries to manipulate Coleman into being on his side, but his efforts fail as Coleman gets the upper hand. However, what I want to focus on is this piece of dialogue.
Think about what would have happened if you would have, stayed the course.
You know what? When I'm riding home on the subway and my balls are fucking sweating, I'm wearing the same suit 3 days in a row. Yeah, you bet I do. I've thought about it before. Who wouldn't, right?
After we see the hero of the movie achieve his goal and arrest a man who screwed over thousands of Americans, we see him in the same place he mentioned before. Meanwhile, the very last scene of the movie shows Belfort fresh out of prison after only serving 22 months, giving a sales lecture to a crowd who observe him like a prophet. The real Jordan Belfort even makes a cameo in this scene. These two scenes represent exactly what The Wolf of Wall Street is truly about. After spending nearly a decade ripping off people, pocketing millions, cheating on multiple wives, taking enough drugs to sedate an elephant, and in a drug-fueled rage, assaulting his wife and trying to kidnap his child, Jordan Belfort won in the end. He is still famous today, and while he has bettered himself and learned from his past, his fame undeniably comes from his former high-end lifestyle depicted in the film. Meanwhile, the actual hero of the story, Agent Coleman, ends the movie in the same place he started in obscurity, living a thankless life in a grungy New York subway. After all the pain Belfort and Stratton Oakmont caused, with him owing his victims $110 million, he gets a movie made about him that skyrockets his fame even further. If you can't see the irony in that, well, the point might have just flown over your head. Thank you all for watching this very brief 7th grade level analysis of The Wolf of Wall Street. To be clear, this video is not an attack on Jordan Belfort personally. I believe that people can change for the better and deserve second chances, and Belfort seems to have made the most of his life since being released from prison. He even runs a podcast now, and he had Gregory Coleman on for an episode. If you're interested in the real life story of The Wolf of Wall Street, I highly recommend you check it out. Link in description. This video is about The Wolf of Wall Street's commentary on how we, as a society, can glamorize someone's past like his despite all the bad. In no way am I saying that 2024 Jordan Belfort is a bad dude. In personal news, I am now on X, formerly known as Twitter. If you like my channel, please go ahead and give me a follow there, link in bio. It's rough out here, my only followers right now are bot accounts. Apologies for the shameless plug. Anyway, that's all for today. Have a great day, everyone.